Welcome back to another episode of Fallen London. Here we are back in Vale Garden, continuing to learn Persuasive. Let's continue with the story. So in the Singing Mandrake, let's check out if we have more stuff to do. So remember, these were all the jokes. You could chat with a spy and mock and then mock some guy. But there's also this one. So you can seduce a struggling artist, or you can seduce a struggling artist's model. Of the two of them, she might well be more talented. Perhaps she enjoys playing innocent. Let's try to do this. The young lady has, they say, picked up a number of secrets from her employer's commission, but she won't share them with just anyone. Fascinate her, delight and tantalize the struggling artist's model enough that she might tell you her secrets. You heartless creature. She comes from a family of artists and writers, and is rumored to be quite the poet. They say her lyrical reflections on the dark shadow of death that clings to all earthly beauty will haunt your dreams. There's more to her, of course. She's a sharp customer, but this romantic streak might be most useful to you. All right. The plan progresses. You'll need to build up a fascinating to at least quality of 5 to complete this. Flattery and careless charm. Okay. Guess we'll just keep doing that. Fascinating 3. Fascinating 4. Effort well spent. You're a little closer to making your move. Fascinating 5. You have her interest. Now you can take advantage of the situation or fascinate her a little further first. Your fascinating gives you 70% chance success. 30% chance success. Drop hints and wait to be invited back to her rooms. It's damnably difficult to get her on her own. Turn up shivering and desperate at her rooms one midnight. Bang on her door and beg shelter. You have an elaborate story involving theft, eviction, and persecution by mysterious strangers. If she lets you stay over, you're certain to have her. Let's just drop the hints. Succeeded. A very pleasant evening, followed by a delightful night and a frankly unforgettable morning. Somewhere along the way, you find time for some remarkably enlightening conversations. Accomplishment. You're now an admirer of beauty. Number 1. Okay. 1 intriguing snippet and 60 cryptic clues from all that. And there's 6 actions. Continue your affair with the struggling artist model. You've taken the first step in developing a relationship with this delightful, intelligent young lady. Yes, there's more to be gained. You can't possibly have heard even half the secret she knows. Yes, you're falling for her. You may have begun out of self-interest, but her wit and character have won you over. No, you grow tired of the dalliance. You have better things to do than pursuing this rather tiresome affair. We'll just do this one. She's becoming well known. People first fell in love with her face when they saw her cousin's paintings. These cousins painted her in meadows, ethereal in white gowns with gold in her hair. They painted her as tragic heroines, beautiful in cobalt, with the last drop of poison still red on her lips. Now everyone is falling in love with her words, too. Her poems are regularly featured in the magazines formerly known as the London Magazine. She writes of worlds that can only be visited in honey dreams, mirror, still lakes, and wild funeral flowers, twilit fairy dances, and poisoned ruby apples. She's entrancing, and everyone wants to be close to her. Tortured artists especially seek her out to share their confidences. You will be there when she needs a confidant in return. Use the struggling artist model. Lady's becoming quite a sensation in bohemian circles. and people compete for the honor of confiding in her. How can you best use your fondness for you? You best use her fondness for you. An empty vessel. Take her out to tea at Patrice's and wait for an opportunity to rifle through her reticle. The lady excuses herself and disappears to the powder room, and you offer to hold her purse for safekeeping. A quick rummage yields you her diary, a treasure trove of secrets, and some rough outlines for a new sonnet about fairies and snow. You manage to memorize some of the decent scraps of gossip before she returns. 4 cryptic clues. Convince the struggling artist model of your love. Lady's becoming quite a sensation. Same thing. Try to impress her. The lady likes beautiful things, but certainly her real passion is wordplay. Write her a love letter. You pour your heart out into paper. Lilac, scented paper. The purity of your feelings must shine through, for the lady represents the beautiful poetry of her own composition. Things are going well. She is rather preoccupied with death, but that's surely romantic. End your love affair. Is that the last one? Looks like it. What's this? The constant minx has been stealing secrets from you. Whatever possessed you to get involved with her? It's time to move on. Get your own back. The lady is a talented and respected poet. You could cause considerable damage to her reputation if you let certain information slip. Perhaps you don't want to make an enemy of such a respected lady. Perhaps you cannot bear to hurt her even now. Either way, a dignified letter is the best way you can do this. Let's go for this one. Steal from you, would she? Whatever you felt for her, she deserves to be taught a lesson. You arrange for the biggest gossip you know to hear a few choice facts about her past and the kinds of poetry used to write for a living, and sit back. Social ridicule is a powerful weapon. Who cares that some of the scandal rubs off on you? All right. Guess we're done with that story, huh? That was 5 actions. Let's go back here. Is it just repeat? No, but you can seduce the struggling artist himself. That's funny. We'll do that maybe another time. Literary ambitions. I think we already saw. Yeah, this is the random one that just kind of sucks up your actions for random rewards. Play decoy for a street musician. Yeah, we did that one. Chat with the Duchess' private secretary. The Duchess' secretary has a honey habit. See if you can get him to open up. He must know some fascinating secrets. The Duchess' relationships with cats in the city is not quite clear, but she hears a great deal. Her secretary is a treasure trove of secrets. Gain 12 cryptic clues. Can you just do that over and over again? That's a bunch of cryptic clues for compared to some of the other things we've done. Publish your experience with prisoner's honey. Build up inspired. Yeah, we did that one already. Let's travel back to Spite and see if we can continue with our ambition. Let's see what we need to do there. A straightforward challenge. That's nice. The burly fellow at the side entrance will let you in for consideration. Got the next step of our ambition anyways. You found a friendly doorman at Mahogany Hall, or at least a doorman whose friendship can be bought. Bribe the doorman, quid pro quo. You need 6 whispered secrets, no problem. Singers and acrobats in brightly colored costumes scatter before you, whispering and giggling. A strong woman gives you a narrow look. You wait until the next show begins and then begin turning over the dressing room, looking for something of hers you might recognize. You're in luck. Someone has pinned a derringer type of her to a mirror frame. You snatch it off. There's an address on the back. In her handwriting, you pocket the derringer type and disappear into the night. 6 whispered hints. There may be a clue at the singer's lodgings. The fated music hall singer's lodgings. When you find your way there, the house is being watched by the constables. Interesting, but inconvenient. Slip in through the window. A shadow quality gives us a 100% chance. You'll need to creep into the alley, up an hanging wall, and across the roof. And there's a lot of constables about, but this won't be easy. You scramble near silently over the roof and in through an attic window. The room is narrow and bare, but in the moonish light slanting through the window behind you, you recognize a dress of hers and a Venetian glass dish you gave her in the days you were, well, closer. And there, an intriguing-looking package in brown paper. And that long, dark stain up the wall looks like blood. You move closer, long dried. No way to tell if it's hers. Feet on the stairs. You pad hastily back to the window, snatching up the package you noticed on your way in. You slip out, examine your prize, perched on the roof in the moonish light, while cats yowl in the alley below. It's a scrap of canvas in a box. It looks like it was cut from a painting. You don't recognize it, but Vale Garden is full of artist types. Perhaps you could continue your search there. Alright, we got a painting fragment. Alright, looks like we gotta go to Vale Garden. Ambition. You'll need to be careful about this. If the constables are that interested, flashing the painting fragment would be unwise. Persuasive quality gives a 60% chance. I succeeded anyway. A struggling artist in the singing mandrake might be able to help you. Oh, we need 30 bottles. Claims to recognize. He wants a case of good wine before he'll tell you any more, though, as there's no charity left in the city. Alright, well, we'll come back when we have 30 bottles of Greyfields. I'll find a good way to farm them anyway. Commission. Immortalize Jack of Smiles and another Penny Dreadful. Jack of Smiles is a possessing spirit who, from time to time, occupies some poor idiot's corpse and slinks around the streets cutting people up. He takes a dislike to. Eventually, some public spirited citizen always catches him and puts him down. A bloody and exploitive tale of murder and ravishment, printed on a flimsy paper for the entertainment of street urchins, just your thing. Payment, if it's finished, if it meets the requirement. 1 murder every 4 pages is required. You'll need to find a suitably blood-curdling material. Need to build up a inspired to 5. I got a bunch of these in this kind of space. We have to build up something to 5. Be damned. Straightforward approach. Invent detail. Be damned if you can't think something up as revolting as anything some stuttering corpse stealer can manage. This might be faster. Uncover new material. Visit the offices the 5th time to read the back issues. Talk to eyewitnesses. Watchful gives a 30% chance. Let's do this one. Come on, 80% chance. Okay, it's 2 now. Oh, that's a nasty one. You're actually feeling quite ill reading that back. Marvelous. Low risk challenge. 84%. Almost. There we go. Nope, the wrong one. Commission. That should do it. Aha. They ask for it. They want blood, give them blood. Turn in a piece so savage, so terrifying, so gruesome and detailed that it might be banned before it even gets off the presses. Your Inspired gives you 30% chance. 70% chance. Fail. Try again. My Inspired dropped to 4. So we have to go back and level it up a little bit more. There we go. Job well done. Your name will be remembered for nearly a week. 36 moon pearls. Level 23 intriguing. Or persuasive, sorry. So if I hit refresh, there it is. Alright. So we did that one. Deepen your acquaintance with prisoner honey. Pretty sure we already did this one. Yeah. Yeah, that one doesn't do much. So there's these two. Haven't done. Honey Dens of Vale Garden. You deserve a little treat. Life is so effortful. You've learned a number of honey dens in the back streets of Vale Garden, where you can lie on a quiet couch and be transported to extraordinary places. Different dreams will be available on different occasions. Sample prisoner honey, the newest sin to drip, fall in London, taste it and be lost, or possibly have a thoroughly delightful time. Wow, this one requires 50 bottles. I only have 10. Let's try this one. You place a drop on your tongue. Lie back and close your eyes. Prisoner's honey does not bring dreams to those who sample it. Instead, it physically transports them. Yeah, I already read this part. Plainly, you're a gentleman of talent and distinction. You find yourself in a meadow of wildflowers on a lazy summer afternoon. Friendly young persons of extraordinary beauty drip perfumed water on your temples, sing entrancing songs, and in other ways strive to make you as comfortable and relaxed as possible. You return to the cold, damp reality of the Neath with a nasty jolt, but your mind is afizz with delightful recollections. You may, in fact, sell these recollections at the bazaar, if you can't use them in your own work. One romantic notion. Connoisseur of Neathy delights is 2. And lost 1 prisoner honey. Alright. Honey Den, deserve a treat. So there's new things now, huh? Deepen your acquaintance. As you use honey, your connoisseur delights will rise. This will increase your honey tolerance. It may have other effects, good or bad. It's like an evil guy. Need 2. There's London. Huh. Dream of a river, dream of a sunrise. You ride a fast, light boat down a nautical, rapid-racked river. It barely seems to touch the water. It skips and leaps like a dragonfly. The pilot is a stern woman in an unfamiliar uniform. She laughs with delight each time the boat bucks. The deck is flooded with moonlight, though the moon is a curious, chilly blue. We'll be there soon, the pilot shouts back to you. But you wake before you arrive. You know you always will. Persuasive is increasing. Connoisseur is slowly increasing. Got one memory of a distant shore. Alright. Yeah, it seems like you can keep doing these kinds of things and keep having more and more crazy dreams. Maybe we'll do that eventually, but I think that's enough for now.